What do you have in the AFC?
I'm gonna do it to myself again, Jeff. I remember sending my Jet fan
Oh
friends a
no.
text early August last year saying I'm getting far too excited for this season, and we know what happened 4 plays into the year. But I'm gonna do it again. And I think sometimes with these teams, like last year, everybody was all in on the Jets, and now people are kind of like worried about dipping their toe in the pool. They don't want to get or getting their hand too close to the stove, like worried about getting burnt again. I played the Jets over 9.5. And I think if you look at what they did in the draft, they did the smart thing and they took Olu to help address an offensive line that had some problems. You brought in Simpson, Tyron Smith, and Morgan Moses. Like Smith, we'll see how much he has left and can he stay healthy. Like you bring in Mike Williams at wide receiver, can he stay healthy? There are a lot of ifs. I think Michael Lombardi calls them like the ifs instead of the Jets. But you look at the schedule, and if they play San Francisco in the opener, and if they get by that, or even if they don't get by that, they're going to be favored potentially in like the next 10 games.
Yeah.
Like the way the schedule breaks out for them is really, really good. I mean, you lose Huff, but I think Reddick is an improvement there, certainly against the run. And I think the biggest thing for the Jets this year is that you have a legit backup quarterback. If something happens to Aaron Rodgers, you do have Tyrod Taylor, who you can play. Whereas last year you were throwing out Zach Wilson and Tim Boyle and whatever else they were putting on the field, guys who probably in Flacco. They would have loved Flacco last year. Flacco they had 2 years ago. Last year, maybe they made the playoffs with Flacco. Who knows? Yeah. They won 7 games last year with some of the worst quarterback play that you're ever going to have. You just need Aaron to be fine. They could be legit good. I can't believe I'm saying this, but as opposed to just the season win total over, I think you can maybe look at them maybe to be the last team to lose because, like I said, if you beat San Francisco week 1, look at the schedule. There's an opportunity there for them to win 6 or 7 games in a row and maybe even best record in the league type good. So again, I'm doing it again. And I know in a couple of weeks, once the season gets going, you can laugh at me and make fun and poke fun and do all of that stuff. But I'm over on the Jets again and go ahead and let her rip.
Jets, Jets.
Fireman Ed.
I'm surprised you don't have a fireman Ed
section 134. Section 134 at the Meadowlands. He was a few rows in front of us. Our seats were in section 134, row 19. With seats 13 and 14. Yes, I'm pathetic for knowing that. Yeah, and he was about 10 rows, I think, in front of us, leading the chance at Giant Stadium.
So I'm just looking at which week you're like, oh my, I can't believe I did this. Maybe after you lose to Minnesota at home, you'll be like, oh my, I can't believe I did this. Look,
it could be that, or maybe you lose to maybe Drake May or Brissett come in there and beat you, or Patrick Nix, Patrick Nix. I said it all year last year. I said Patrick Nix too, but Bo Nix and the Broncos. It'll totally be one of those games. They'll totally lose one.
Yeah. Look, here, my honest take on the Jets Bears, I don't know. They're a team that I am putting no money on this year, maybe obviously individual game weeks. But here's the deal. It's a very talented team. There's no question about that. Mm-hmm. But they have a 1-year window, Bear, to win this thing. A 1-year window.
And their off-season moves kind of showed that.
And the NFL does not work that way. It doesn't work that way. You don't have 1-year windows to win anything. Nobody wins in a 1-year window. The pressure just is so immense in that program, or franchise, I should say, to win the Super Bowl right now, that if they have any sort of cracks at all in the ability to do that, Bear, emotionally, you just go, you go right down, right? I mean, it's a tough emotional season anyways, physically, spiritually, mentally, all those things, right? And on top of that, it's like we have to win now or else we're all gone. Robert Saleh, you're out of a job. Joe Douglas, maybe out of a job. Aaron Rodgers, done and retired. You lose your two tackles. They're older. They're out. You lose some guys on defense. They're free. Like it crumbles quickly, right, Bear? If they don't win this year. And so to me, it just feels like so difficult to put money on a team like that because we don't see that very often. And the last point about this too, it takes like an extraordinarily special aura to move a team that loses all the time to winning all the time. Like Dan
Turn
Campbell,
a loser franchise into a winner franchise.
like Dan Campbell has done this in Detroit, right?
Yep.
When I was with the Lions, I was there briefly in a training camp in 2016. On our first drive of the preseason at home, 3 and out, we got booed. I turn around and ask someone there, like, is this really happening right now? Like, there's emotional trauma in places like Detroit and the Jets. And you need someone like a Dan Campbell, right? Like an energy, a force to get your team out of that. And is that Robert Saleh? Is that Aaron Rodgers? It surely can be Aaron Rodgers. Don't get me wrong. It can. But Bear, it's like they have this little tiny window to do that. And so that's why I'm just staying away, buddy.
Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.